Nobody tells you when you are attractive. The people who are most genuinely attractive are almost always the last ones to know. Not because they are blind, because real attractiveness does not announce itself the way most people expect. Today, we are going to show you the signs that you are more attractive than you realize, and some of them are going to surprise you completely.
It's kind of a crazy reality, isn't it? I mean, we literally spend so much time over-analyzing our own flaws in the mirror that we completely miss these quiet, hidden realities of human perception that are happening right in front of us. To really decode these unspoken signals, we need to look at the subconscious things people do without even realizing it. So let's dive into this explainer and see what's actually going on.
Section 1. Appearance and Deep Memory, the Subconscious Adjustments.
Okay, so the very first sign is that people will actually subconsciously adjust their own appearance when they know you're around. This happens so incredibly fast that most people never even notice it. Someone might quickly run a hand through their hair, suddenly straighten their posture the exact second you walk into the room, or dart a quick, panicky glance at their reflection in a nearby window. Come on, we've all been guilty of that last one, right? The wild part is the person doing this has absolutely no idea they're even doing it. It's just an automatic, hardwired response to your presence.
Moving on to the second sign, and this one is rooted in how human memory actually works. People will recall these tiny details about you that you never, ever expected them to remember. It could be a passing comment you made like 3 weeks ago, your highly specific iced coffee order, or just some minor opinion you casually shared. So why does this happen? Well, because the brain literally allocates extra storage resources to hold on to information about people it finds compelling. When someone remembers all the little things, their brain has subconsciously decided that you are absolutely worth that extra mental real estate. I actually want to pause right here for a second. If you've ever noticed these things happening, if you've seen those sudden posture shifts or been completely surprised by someone remembering a tiny, insignificant detail about your life, you are not imagining it. Seriously. These are fully documented psychological responses.
Section 2. The nervous system response. Involuntary biological reactions.
All right, our third sign is that people become slightly nervous or just act noticeably different around you specifically. They might stumble over their words in a way they wouldn't with anyone else, or maybe they laugh just a little too loud at a joke you make. Sometimes they might even swing to totally opposite extremes, becoming unusually quiet or incredibly talkative. What you're actually witnessing here is their nervous system responding in real time to someone it finds attractive. It's completely involuntary, and honestly, it's impossible to fake. And that brings us to a really fascinating question, which is also our fourth sign. Think about your everyday life, just walking down the street or sitting in a coffee shop. Why do absolute strangers hold eye contact with you just a fraction of a second longer than usual? Not in a creepy way, but in that totally natural way where a glance just seems to stick. Well, the answer comes down to hard wiring. Your brain is quite literally wired to notice faces and figures that it registers as above average. When something naturally catches the eye, the brain instinctively wants to hold on to it. So if you regularly experience eye contact from strangers that feels slightly more sustained than normal, it's not a coincidence. It is your appearance capturing their attention way beyond their conscious control.
Section 3. Helpfulness and physical space, the pull of gravity.
This is our fifth sign, and it's a big one: unconscious generosity. People will literally go out of their way to be helpful to you in situations where they simply wouldn't for others. Maybe someone holds a door open just a beat longer than necessary, or they jump to offer you help with a task before you even ask for it. Research consistently shows us that people unconsciously extend far more effort toward individuals they find attractive. And the funny thing is, it's often not even romantic. It's just the brain's natural response to beauty directing human behavior completely behind the scenes. The sixth sign involves physical space. People will naturally find reasons to touch you in socially acceptable ways. We're talking about a quick hand on the shoulder during a chat, a brief touch on the arm when they're making a point, or maybe a playful, slightly unnecessary nudge. This perfectly illustrates a core truth about human behavior. Physical contact is an incredibly reliable signal because it requires crossing that invisible boundary of personal space, and the brain only directs that crossing toward people it genuinely wants to be physically closer to.
Section 4. Presence over physical appearance, the reframe.
So what does this all mean? The absolute most crucial thing to understand about genuine attractiveness is that it's not just about having perfect symmetry or fitting into hollow conventional beauty standards. The real power here lies in genuine presence. It is all about the tangible, undeniable effect your specific energy has on the nervous systems of the people around you.
Think about it. All the signs we just went over, the nervous stumbling, the prolonged eye contact, the deep memory, these aren't static responses to how you look in some 2D photograph. They are dynamic, living responses to how you actually feel to be around. True attractiveness isn't a static visual standard. It's a dynamic, full-body experience of presence. So the next time you walk into a room, ask yourself, are you just worrying about how you look in the mirror, or are you actually watching how the whole room naturally shifts around you? Because once you see it, everything changes. That kind of attractiveness, the kind that makes people remember your coffee order and adjust their posture when you walk in, is something no filter can create and no insecurity can take away once you learn to recognize it.